Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well. In this video we're going to go through the latest changes to Battlefield 2042. This is with the third update that has been released today, the 9th of December, making some pretty good changes to the game. It must be noted though that this is going to be the last sort of big update to the game this year. The dev team are going to take a break now until the new year and then come back fresh-faced for season 1, which I believe is early next year. I think it's towards the end of January, if I believe. I could be wrong, but there you go. They won't be back until next year. Obviously, I think if there's anything game breaking that comes out, they will fix that. But for now, there's going to be no more updates until the new year. So in this update, they've made some good changes. Xbox crossplay can now be enabled and disabled in the options menu on the Xbox. They've made improvements to ensure aim assist is more consistent during console gameplay. Made various tweaks to the overall audio experience to improve clarity, distance and directional perception. The 40mm AP grenades now properly damage vehicles. The DXR1 and NTW50 bolt action rifles reload animation has been increased by 0.2 seconds. They've adjusted the dispersion increases for most weapons. It now takes slightly longer for weapons to become overly inaccurate in sustained fire. They've improved hip fire accuracy for all SMGs to make them better stand out from other automatic weapon archetypes. The LMG dispersion recoil has been lowered to improve performance in sustained fire, and they've made additional improvements to recoil control for all weapons, more specifically automatic weapons. For the vehicles, they're reducing the ground vehicle 30mm cannon effectiveness versus infantry. It now overheats faster, has a slightly reduced rate of fire and blast damage, and increased fall off damage at distance. The LCAA hovercraft, a 40mm GPL grenade launcher blast damage has now been lowered slightly. For infantry, they've increased the damage of frag grenades across the game modes to deal 120 damage and guarantee a kill on armoured players too, and the proximity centre has had its spotting radius lowered from 30 meters to 20 meters. For those of you that are enjoying Breakthrough but really not enjoying having to cap the flags on top of the skyscrapers, they have now all been removed. In Kaleidoscope, Orbital and Hourglass, there are no longer any objectives on the roofs. They've all been moved down to the ground location. So when I first read this, I sort of read that they'd been removed and I didn't realise that it was for Breakthrough. I thought it was for Conquest. I'm really enjoying capping these flags in Conquest. I've not played it in Breakthrough, but apparently it was getting on a lot of players' nerves and it was making some of the gameplay pretty hard. So they have now been removed and lowered down onto the ground floors. And they've fixed a rare issue where players could turn invisible when spawning on a full or destroyed vehicle. Now, I watched a video recently from Stod and he was able to do this. So if I remember, I'll put a little clip of that in this video so that you can see what was going on. He basically thought he was having a right riot, killing loads of people, but then realised pretty soon that none of them could see him. So, but apparently that's been patched out now, so that won't be a thing anymore. But I have to say that recently, in a couple of the deaths that I've had in the game, you get this little kill cam which shows the person that's killed you, and they're sort of outlined in red. Every now and again that wouldn't happen, and I would just see my dead body and it wouldn't really show who had killed me. I'm wondering if that was because I was killed by somebody that was maybe having that bug and they were invisible. It could be that, or it could be just they didn't want to show me who killed me, maybe. But yeah, some good changes in this. Obviously, it won't please everybody. Some people will want further changes to some of the vehicles, further changes to some of the weapons in the game, but there will be more balancing done in the new year. I think for now, the game is in an okay state. Obviously, it could be a lot better. It could have launched a lot better, but the free updates that we've had in recent weeks have really sort of changed the game a lot, become a lot more enjoyable to play. It depends on your play style. If you're really into sort of close quarters combat and not so much into the vehicular sort of combat, which is me, then you're probably not enjoying the game as much as you would like to. There is going to be some time limited 64 player maps coming out in the new year. I think that's coming with the first season, so hopefully those will be more close quarters combat maps, which is, like I say, what I enjoy in the game. I'm not into sort of the vehicle warfare, but like I say, they can't please everybody and we'll have to wait a little bit for that. A little bit disheartening that it's going to be time limited. We'll only get that for so long, but hopefully if there's a big enough community cry out for it, they may make those, you know, those sort of reworked maps more permanent, but we'll have to wait and see. And that is pretty much it for this update, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, some good changes there. Not going to please everybody, but it should make the game a little bit more enjoyable across the board, especially for those playing Breakthrough who didn't like having to cap the flags on top of the roofs. And that is it. I would just like to say that if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, it would be amazing if you could consider doing so. It really helps me out. I will be doing a lot more Battlefield content going forward. I'm really enjoying the game. It's not the greatest of Battlefields, it isn't the greatest launch, but I think it'll get there eventually, so I'm going to keep covering it on the channel. So if you're not subscribed, it would be amazing if you could consider doing that. If not, leaving a like and maybe a comment also helps me out massively. So with all that being said, I would just like to say thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.